Hello friends! So first off, I would like to say I'm sorry I've been gone for so long. I just pushed things back until it's ridiculous. Another thing I would like to address is the fact that there is so much construction going on right outside my window. So if you hear that, please just try to ignore it because I was gonna film yesterday and it was extremely loud, so I'm trying to do this right now. Power through. But today I had an interesting idea for a video.
Oh hell no!
I thought it would be fun to roast some of my old photography pieces. As we know, oh my god. As we know, as you may know if you follow me on Instagram or just know anything about me, I'm taking pictures constantly, whether that is of myself because I'm my favorite thing to take pictures of.
Quite frankly.
I'm just kidding. I also do film photography. I got into that about a year ago and I shoot on a Contax 139 quartz film camera. And this is 35mm. But I'm still learning about it. I'm still obviously not the best. There's so many things to learn about photography and I just kind of dabble in it on the side a little bit here and there. But I've come such a long way since I first got into taking pictures. First it started out with me just wanting to be the focal point in a picture instead of being behind the camera, which still relate. But now I find so much joy in just taking pictures of certain moments in my life. It's just fun to reminisce on later in life, just to be like, this just captured that moment so beautifully, and especially with film photography, it's such a different experience. So if you've never tried that, I definitely would suggest that. But let's get into my old photos, shall we? So first off, I was looking for some examples to show you guys, and I saw some of my old pictures that my mom would take of me. So here is what I looked like when I was 16 or 17. What? How does someone downgrade so much? Like, this was my senior year and I look so good. It's a tough pill to swallow. Okay, now we're getting on to my photography. So this is one of the first pictures that I took that I was like, yes, this is great. And I actually still really like it. I mean, black and white photos in general are just, they're just beautiful. This is actually like an old insane asylum, or I think it's called like a poorhouse or something. It was clearly dilapidated and some crazy stuff happened back in the day in that building, so it just holds a lot of history in it, but it's in my area in Illinois. And me and my mom and my grandma just drove over there to see it, and it was so insane and so creepy. I really love the photo because it's very dark and ominous, so I still like that one. Ooh, next one. We have some peaches. My family is really big into that because there are a lot of peach trees in this town that's close to us. So yeah, I think that's pretty, but it also gives me some not so great flashbacks from Call Me By Your Name. I'm scarred.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're
Oh my god.
Okay, so clearly I did not take this photo. Like, how basic do I have to be? I saw this and cracked up because it's not bad enough that I'm holding a Forever 21 bag, I'm wearing the most ridiculous outfit, and also just my body in general.
What are those legs?
Still relate. I was happy, and then I'm jumping for joy right in front of a Starbucks sign, so, and then the edit, all around cringe. Ooh, next one. I felt very artsy whenever I took this photo because I was like,
Yes, you have that sad girl look in half of your face, and then you've got the bark from the tree behind you, and then your luscious locks.
like, I just thought I was really doing something with this one. Oh, okay, so this next one, there was a time in my life which I could still relate, but I wanted to be like a beauty guru YouTuber kind of person, and I would take product photos that no one was asking for, but I was just giving them out left and right. I really thought that I was gonna be like the next beauty influencer. So I would take these extremely washed out, extremely vivid photos, and as you can see, it doesn't even look real. Who looks at this and is like, yeah, I would want to buy that? Oh, here's another photo. This was me taking my lipstick promo pics. I just have this whole system going on in my head, like, oh, I gotta take these photos to show that people want this lipstick. So I would take these real serious photos. First off, what is my hair doing? Why am I wearing sunglasses? I'm inside that backdrop. I hung up like a white sheet because all the beauty influencers had like very plain and crisp backgrounds, so I wanted to have that as well, but it's just not my style. So here's another product pic with some very aggressive nails. I got some fake press-on nails that I just thought were everything. They're terrifying. Like, I would never wear those in a million years now, but at the time they were it. Also, how washed out this photo is. Oh man, we've come a long way. Aw, this is cute. This is a very wholesome pic. So this is my dog Louie, very close up, very sweet. I saw this photo looking through my old pics and I just thought that I had to share. So I got my wisdom teeth taken out when I was 16 or so, and I had the worst experience. I had swelling for a week. It was extremely painful, which that's usual. But then I had a shard of a tooth stuck in my gum because they didn't get it all out whenever they were doing the surgery. So I had this huge inflamed spot in my mouth. They had to cut and get it out again. And then I had a burst blood vessel in my gum from all of this stuff happening in my mouth. So your girl was going through a rough time and it showed. For your viewing pleasure, here's what I look like. This is not photoshopped, even though you would probably not believe me, but here is what I look like when I had my wisdom teeth taken out. Ooh, this next one, this is a very New York pic. This is whenever I came to visit New York before I lived here, but this I took in Dumbo. It's the classic Dumbo Street where you have the bridge. I still really like this photo just because it just reminds me how beautiful New York can be. Kind of takes me back a little bit. This one's kind of pretty. I think what was happening in this photo was I was driving home from somewhere back in my little small town. I just saw the sunset, thought it looked beautiful. I got out of my car and took a pic, and this is it. It looks very moody and Tumblr-esque, but I still think it's pretty. Oh, this next one is my mom. She came to visit me last year. I took this photo of her in a little coffee shop and I thought it was cute. Oh, this next one is so cute. I forgot that I took this photo, but me and my friends went to Central Park to paint because all winter long I'd been talking about wanting to do that. And the first nice day that came around, I dragged them to Central Park with me with all of our little paints and crafts, and we set up some picnic blankets in our little dresses and painted in the park, which was so wholesome and sweet. This is one of my fondest memories in New York. It was such a nice day, but I really love this photo. Now we're getting into some of my film photography, and this was whenever I was first starting out. So I still really love this pic, but this one is my friend Brett that I took, and I just love the color. It's always kind of amazing because you can't look back at your photos after you take them. They just imprint on the film and then you get them developed and then hope that you get something good. And I was just kind of blown away whenever I first got my film developed because it just seemed so different in the moment. I was like, oh, he was laughing, it might have been blurry, or, you know, I didn't really expect much, and then I got this photo and I was really happy with it. Ooh, this next one I really love. This is the Flatiron Building in New York. It was such a beautiful day, and also it's got a light streak, which I don't exactly know how that happened because I don't think that any of the film got exposed, but maybe, I don't know. This was whenever I was first starting out, so I was really clueless of what I was doing, but I actually really liked the orange light streak. I thought that added a little pop of something extra. But the only thing I wish about this photo was that I would have taken it vertically instead of horizontally. Whenever I was first starting out, I would just shoot like this, just because I didn't even think of anything else until one day I was like, just do this. But I kind of wish I would have done that to get more of the Flatiron Building in it, but still like the photo. Oh, this next one is of my sweet Case Ann. I love any black and white photos, so automatically really love this one. I also love the lighting coming through in the background, and she was wearing a really cool fringe jacket, and I just told her to kind of like dance around to do some stuff with her arms to get some movement in there, and I really like how this turned out. Also, her hair is beautiful, so it just photographs so well. Aw, this next one is of my friends and I getting pizza, probably in the middle of the night, but it's just a very New York photo, and I really love it because it's like a dollar slice pizza, so it's cheap and kind of gross but delicious. It just brings back some really nice memories, so I think it's so fresh. Oh, this next one is my dog Louie again. Lewis, I call him. He has so many expressions, and he just looks like a little angel. But I love his little frown line in his mouth. It's just like so sweet. Okay, so this is whenever I started flipping my camera around a little more and doing more than just horizontal photos. Me, my mom, and my cousin Casey went to Tennessee this summer, and I love how this photo turned out. It's probably one of my favorite photos I've ever taken. But we went to this really cool brunch spot slash bowling alley. I think it's called Pinewood Social. I just really love the lighting and the color, and I'm not sure what film I was using then, but it just really pops and looks beautiful. So, oh, the next one is my dad and this random little dog that was at this farmer's stand. It just is so wholesome. He's just so joyous about this dog, and the dog loved him, so I was really glad that I captured this. Now we're getting into my most recent film that I took. This is my friend John and his roommate Jenna, and we went down to, or up I guess, to Central Park to do the little boating there, and I got this photo of them on the dock, and just their faces are so beautiful and angled and chiseled already, so it's just gorge. But then they're right next to each other, and I don't know, just them together just look beautiful, so really love that one. This next one is my mom just having a cute moment as usual. She came to visit me in New York, and I got this photo of her at a little coffee shop. I really love the shadows on the wall. It's just such a candid, in the present moment, you know, like she was just having a good time. She wasn't posing or smiling like that. It was just, she was genuinely reacting to something my brother said, and I got this photo, luckily. Here is another one. This is one of my favorite photos I've ever taken as well, but this was in Central Park. This guy was just playing his little sax, and I got a photo of him. Again, not really thinking that anything would be good. Then I got it developed and picked it up, and I was just shook. It looks very old-fashioned and like something that you could see in another era or something. I don't know. It's also a very New York photo, I feel like. This next one that I took is of my brother. He's in a country band called Ham Rodeo. Look it up. Go see a show if you'd like a good old country time. But this is in one of his favorite bars called Sonny's in Brooklyn. And I just really love, it looks very smoky and dramatic, and his hat looks really cool. You could see the flag in the background kind of blurred out, but the bar and just the moment in general was a little bit grungy and kind of cool and dark, so I really liked how this photo turned out. Alright, and my last two I took whenever I was getting brunch with my friends. We had a little photo shoot moment in the Lower East Side, and I took these photos of my friend John. But this first one I really like because of the contrast with his dark hair and angled face and dark outfit, which looks very clean and chic and everything, and then the background has all this graffiti and it looks very grungy, so I thought it was kind of a cool contrast. So I really like this one. And this next one, another one of my favorites that I've ever taken. Just his expression and the way that the light is shining through on his face. Just looks very artistic and very real and like a raw moment. It's not like serving looks, even though he does that all the time, but it's just kind of like candid, in the moment. So that is it for my photography. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I just thought it was kind of funny to look at some of my old pictures that I took that I was sitting back like,
yes, she did that.
and it's like a washed out claw. Maybe that's how I'll feel 5 years from now looking back at some of my recent photos, which I'm sure I will, because we all do that to ourselves. But it just shows that there's so much room to grow and learn with all of this stuff, especially with something creative. And at the end of the day, I don't really feel like there's any bad photography or bad art in general, because it's all about perspective, and it's just how the artist perceives it and wants to portray that. So it's just a very personal thing. It just shows growth, not necessarily in a creative way, but also just in a mindset. So thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Alright guys, see you a month from now. Just kidding, hopefully not, but I will see you later.